All right. So we're going to be making Cheddar Bay Biscuits today. And I'm going to go over our ingredient list. So we need all-purpose flour, some baking powder. We need 1 tablespoon of cold butter.
This is cold.
Some parsley flakes if you have them.
Yep.
Garlic salt.
Yep.
And if you have Old Bay seasoning, that is something that you can use too. If you don't have this, it's okay, because what you can do is just double up on the garlic salt. And you need some cheddar cheese, shredded cheese. And the last thing we need is some milk. The recipe calls for 2% milk, but I'm sure that you could use any milk that you have, whatever you like. Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
So we're gonna go over our equipment list now. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know, okay? So we need our measuring spoons. This time we actually need all 4 of them. So we need our tablespoon, we need a teaspoon, we need a 1/4 teaspoon, and a 1/2 teaspoon. And then, good job, Rachel. And then a very important part we need is a microwavable safe mug, or you can use a bowl if you like, but I'm gonna use a mug. Yep. Good job. And then I'm gonna use a plate, or you can use a cutting board if you have it. I don't have a cutting board at work, so I'm gonna use a plate to cut my butter on, and a fork and a knife to cut my butter. I'm gonna use a plastic knife because I'm only cutting butter, so it's not too strong.
I did my butter. 1 tablespoon,
Awesome.
right?
That's perfect. So you ready to get started?
Yeah.
The first thing is we're gonna get our tablespoon. So it's our biggest measuring spoon. And we're gonna get 5 tablespoons of flour. We want 5.
This size, right? 5 of these.
Yep, you want the biggest tablespoon or biggest measuring spoon that you have. And we don't want heaping spoonfuls, right? So I'm gonna lower my camera so you can see. When I put it in here, I take my knife and I just scrape it so it's not packed, but it's just a good full spoon. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. I'm actually going to change this to speaker view. And I'm going to mute you guys so that way everyone can see me. And if you have a question, please feel free to unmute, okay? Rachel and Natalia.
Yeah.
All right. So after our tablespoon, we need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. So you want the one that says 1-2. You can kind of see it up here. And we're gonna do the same thing. So we don't want it to be heaping over. I'm gonna lower my camera so you can see me here. And I'm just gonna scoop it out, and I'm gonna do the same exact thing I did with my flour. So I'm gonna scrape it this way. And I'm not gonna pack it in. I just wanna get a full spoon. So it's not packed in there, it's nice and loose. Perfect, Natalia, that's perfect. You guys are doing great. And I'm gonna put it right in my flour, my mug. Good job, Hannah. The next thing we need is our parsley flakes, dried parsley flakes. Oh, Natalia, you're muted. So can you unmute, Natalia, if you have a question?
I don't have any parsley flakes.
That's totally okay. You do not have to use them. This is optional. If you have parsley flakes, we're gonna do a half a teaspoon, just like the same amount that we use for baking powder. And I'm gonna put that in my mug. Put my lid on. And after this, we have garlic salt. So
Garlic
if you,
salt.
yes, if you do not have Old Bay seasoning, you're gonna use double the amount of garlic salt. But if you have,
I'll be right back. I gotta go get the garlic salt right now.
okay, sounds good. So right now we're gonna use a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt. So just gonna pour a little in here. I put my plate under this so I didn't make a big mess of my table. I have a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm gonna put that right in my cup. And I'm gonna go ahead and wait for Natalia to come back.
I'm back.
Awesome.
Is it okay if I use this?
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yep,
So how much?
a 1/4 teaspoon. So you want to
Quarter
use your smallest measuring spoon. I'm gonna say 1-4.
If I get it in my hand. I got it.
Awesome. So for the people that have the Old Bay seasoning, we're gonna use a 1/4 teaspoon of that as well. If you do not have Old Bay seasoning, that's totally okay. What you're gonna do is add another 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt. But I have the Old Bay seasoning, so I'm gonna use this.
So how much of the thing? This thing to put
So
in?
you can put in you can either put in 2 1/4 teaspoons or you can use 1. It's up to you.
Should I
Natalia,
use-
do 2.
Okay.
2 1/4 teaspoons.
Give me 1/4.
Just a little bit. We don't want it to be heaping over. You just want a little bit.
Here.
Awesome. Perfect. That's perfect. Hannah, you're doing an awesome job. And now I'm just gonna mix this little mixture up together. So I'm gonna take my fork and I'm just gonna stir this dry ingredients up. Rachel, you're doing awesome. Michael, look at you go. Good job, Michael. So I have all of it mixed up and stirred. So I'm gonna put that aside. And now is when we want to get our butter. So if you guys get a stick of butter and you see on the side here, it says 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon. You guys want to cut so you have 1 tablespoon of butter. So we want 1 tablespoon. So I'm going to get my knife. I'm going to cut it. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to lower my camera so you guys can see, is I'm just going to cut my butter up into small pieces. It doesn't have to be any certain shape. We just want small, thin slices because we're going to put it in our mixture of flour and we're going to mash it up. So you don't want them to be too big because then you're going to do a lot of mashing. So just kind of cut it into small cubes, very small.
So very small? Okay.
Yep. We're going to chop it up. And that's why we wanted to use cold butter, because if it's not cold, it's really hard to chop it up, right? You can't chop up warm butter. Now I have all of these pieces of butter. You know, mine are about the size. I'm sure you guys all know what a size of an M&M is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So an M&M size. And then once we have it all chopped, we're gonna add it right to our cup with our flour mixture. And we want to kind of keep the pieces all separated. We don't want to mash them all together, and not quite yet. So I'm just gonna put it in my mug.
It's okay, this size?
That's perfect. Yep.
Okay. Do I put it in my mug?
Yep. You want to mash it up and put it in your mug, and then we're gonna mash it up.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're gonna take our fork and we're gonna just mash this butter up with the flour. And then what's gonna do is it's gonna make the flour crumbly. We're gonna mix it in and use our fork to push.
I gotta put my sleeves up.
Yeah.
Okay. So smush it in.
Yep. And we want to smush it in and try to mix it with this flour mixture. And what's going to eventually happen is the flour is going to turn kind of crumbly. It's not going to be so soft. And so we're going to just keep going. And you can hold your cup and take your fork and push against your mug. And it's not going to be all blended in there. It's not going to be perfect. What we're doing is we're just trying to mix it in majority of, so when we add the milk, it'll be easier to blend together. So you see how my mixture is like a little more crumbly, my flour, it's not so fluffy anymore. Just working it. And what you can do is see how I'm moving my hands. If you watch, I'm kind of just putting my fork in my cup and moving it. Get that butter incorporated into the flour mixture.
Like this?
Yeah, you're doing great. So we want to mix it in. We don't want to see we don't want to see the chunks of butter. We want them to
okay.
be, yep. So if you look at mine, you can't see you can't see the chunks. I mixed them in really well, so they're really small. I'll let you guys catch up and keep going and let me know when you're done, but give me a thumbs up. Awesome. You done,
okay?
Hannah? It's looking good. Yeah, looking great.
I think it's done.
Yeah. Hannah, good job. You're doing good, Rachel.
Okay.
So we're gonna wait for it. Good job, Natalia. Thanks for your thumbs up. Are you done, Michael and Karen? Thumbs up. Rachel, are you done with this step? Awesome. So our next step is our milk.
No, milk.
So we're gonna take we want 4 tablespoons of milk. So we're gonna use our big tablespoon, the same one we use for our flour. And we're gonna pour 4. 1.
So it doesn't matter what kind of milk I use, right?
Nope.
Okay. So 4 of these?
4. Yep. 2,
1,
3, 4.
2, 3,
I'm gonna grab myself a napkin real
4.
quick.
I did it.
Awesome. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our fork and we're gonna mix this up and make it into like a batter. So I'm gonna stir, stir, stir. And eventually it's gonna turn into like a batter, like almost like a little thicker than pancakes. And we're gonna stir it up. See how mine's all stirred up? It kind of looks like a thick batter.
Really thick.
Yes, so it's gonna make a nice biscuit. And our last step is our cheese. So we are gonna use, it depends on how much cheese you like. The recipe calls for 3 to 4 tablespoons. So you can use 3 or you can use 4.
I might tell you.
I like cheese. So I'm probably gonna use 4 tablespoons.
I think I might do that too.
So I'm gonna put some in a tablespoon. 1.
So the big tablespoon, right?
Yep, the biggest one. 2.
Okay.
3. And what I'm gonna do is 3 1/2, and then I'm gonna add my other half after I mix this. So I added my cheese in there. So we're gonna take our fork and we're gonna mix it up again. You wanna mix this all together.
I did 3. Should I save one for later?
Yeah, you can save, yeah. So we're gonna sprinkle a little bit on top.
Okay.
So we wanna mix this all up together. And I'm not sure, what, do you have a question?
No.
Okay, I'm not sure if you guys know, but on October 22nd, we have a cooking class at the Lebanon Co-op in Lebanon, New Hampshire from 4:30 to 6:30. It's an in-person class and all the materials and ingredients are provided for you. So if you would like to RSVP, please reach out to Nils. And his email is nils@snsc-uv.org. So we've been making a lot of bread recipes this term so far, and that's because on October 22nd, the recipe that everyone's going to cook together, that people that sign up, is going to be chicken and dumplings. So if you're interested in that, please let me know or let Nils know. So my mixture is all mixed up. I'm gonna take a dash, a little pinch of cheese. So you have a little pinch of cheese here, and I'm just gonna sprinkle it on top. So that way, when my biscuit cooks, it's gonna have some nice.
Okay?
That's perfect. Yep. Just gonna sprinkle a little bit on top.
There we go.
So I'm gonna raise this. And so now it's time for the microwave. And remember, everyone's microwave is so different. So it's always better to start less time. So we don't want to burn it. We don't want to get it to get burnt. So I'm going to say cook it for 1 minute and 30 seconds. And then we'll check it. And if it's not done, you can add 15 seconds. Okay. So we're going to put in for 130.
130.
Yeah. I'm excited to try this.
Me too.
I have about 45 seconds left on mine. And remember, when you take it out of the microwave, be very careful because the mug is going to be pretty hot. I have about 10 seconds. I'm going to get up and check mine. Smells really good. So I think mine needs me. I'm going to add 15 seconds on mine. It's not all the way cooked yet. It looks majority well done, so I'm just going to add a quick 15 seconds.
Mine look good.
Yours is good? Awesome. That's the thing about microwaves, Natalia. Everyone's microwave is really different when it comes to.
Should I put it in again for 15 minutes?
15 seconds.
Or 15 seconds?
I put mine in for extra 15 seconds and it appears to be done. So it'll be like, won't be runny, won't be liquidy.
Ooh,
look at that, Michael.
15
Oh, Karen,
seconds.
you're muted. Does it look good? Awesome. Everyone can unmute now.
Yeah, it does look good.
It does. Mine smells good. I'm
Waiting for it to cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be very hot, so you definitely don't want it to cool.
I'll save this.
Woo, it's very warm.
I'm back.
How's it looking, Natalia? Ooh, look at that. Cheesy Cheddar Bay biscuit. And this actually is one pretty cool biscuit because if you want, you can slide it out of your mug. You don't have to. I prefer to eat it in the mug. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. Natalia, you're gonna try yours?
Yeah.
I need mug or on the plate.
It is
Good.
good.
You want to eat it on the mug or a plate?
And that's another way you'll know if it's all the way done because it will come out of your cup pretty easy. Hannah, is yours cooked? You can unmute now, Hannah.
Mine is good.
Is it good?
Yes.
Is it? It really is.
Mm.
Like better than my mom's biscuits.
How do you like it, Natalia?
Good.
Good. I think it's really good too.
Good.
So what you guys could all could always do, now you learned last week how to make quiche in a cup, in a mug. And now you know how to make a biscuit in a mug. You guys can make a whole breakfast. You can make yourself a quiche in a mug and a biscuit to go with it.
Here.
Have you got to try it yet, Rachel? Is it still cooking? You know what it kind of reminds me of? A little bit like a cheesy garlic bread. Can you taste the garlic in it? I can too.
Can you taste the garlic?
Yes. It reminds me of like a cheesy garlic bread, like the ones that you buy from Domino's.
Yeah.
She knows what I'm talking about.
Got a nice taste to it.
It does. It's really good.
You find the best recipes, I tell you.
Do you like it, Michael? Yeah. I'll tell you, garlic is one of my favorite things. I really love garlic. I was really excited. I went to the Meriden Deli the other day, and they had some pickled garlic. And I was so excited because I haven't been able to find it. And the ones I found in the grocery store, nothing like homemade ones from the farm. So I was really,
What kind of garlic?
it's pickled garlic.
Pickled, huh?
Yes, it is really good. It's not like you can eat it right out of the jar. It's not too strong because the vinegar helps like break it up a little bit,
Uh-huh.
but it's really good.
We were given some homegrown garlic, and I didn't realize how much stronger that is than store-bought.
Oh, very much.
Yes, it's very good.
Mm-hmm. Rachel, you getting to try yours yet? She's making the wok, I think.
Still have some more. See, this is got the cheese on it.
Natalia, is it good?
Yeah,
You think your parents would like this if you made it for them?
yeah.
I think so too. I think it's super good.
I have a question for you. Should we make a biscuit like this and put it in the oven and you bake it? Would be good.
That's totally true. You could do that, right? So you know how to make the mixture. What you'd want to do is you just want to make the ingredient list bigger, and then you could put it in a loaf pan and totally make it in the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
This would be good for the chicken and dumplings.
Yes, that's what I was. Yeah, I think this is a great idea for that. Hi, Yvonne.
Hi, Carmen. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I have a question about the in-person cooking class.
Yes.
And you can Zoom that one too?
That one's only in person. So that one
Okay.
is, through the Lebanon Co-op, and
So
We
there's
have a-
no Zoom for that one.
not for
was-
that one.
Yeah, I kind of couldn't understand the email because it says Zoom and in person. So I thought
Yeah.
we could do it over there,
Yeah,
but-
well, I mean, I might be able to. Let me check with Nils and see if that's something that would be doable. I don't want to say,
Not
yeah, I don't wanna
important.
say- I don't want to say no, because if it's something that's really easy and she's just able to sit in on a Zoom and kind of just listen in, then I
Yeah.
don't see that it could be a big issue.
Okay.
It just may not be as directed
I'll still
towards her,
use school.
right? You know.
Right.
But I can definitely check in with Nils, and I'll email you to let you know.
You know,
Great, thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Italian.
Ooh, that looks good.
It is really good. Rachel, we can't see you anymore. Your camera's off, and that's okay. I just wanted to let you know if you didn't know. So far out of we've made a calzone in a mug. We made quiche in a mug. and now we did the Cheddar Bay Biscuit. Which one has been your favorite, Hannah?
Tell her which one you like. Tell her now. Yeah, I like the pizza.
I like the pizza.
You like the pizza one? I like that one too. It was good. But so far, I think my favorite one is the quiche. That one was really good. I was really surprised by just a sliced up piece of bread or ripped up piece of bread in there, how it tastes so good.
We'll have to make that one. We missed that one.
You need, okay, Hannah, are you gonna leave, Hannah? All right, well, thank you for joining us. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye. Yeah, you'll definitely have to check that one out, Karen, and make it maybe for Michael one of these days.
Yeah, for breakfast.
How is it, Rachel? You like it? Okay, you're muted if you want to unmute. Here you are. Is it good?
Yes.
Yes. What has been your favorite one so far?
I don't know. All of them.
You like all of them? Woo!
Yes.
I like them all too, to be honest. This one reminds me of, it does remind me of Red Lobster though. The restaurant Red Lobster. This recipe came from them. It's supposed to be like taste like theirs.
Do you ever had South Carolina biscuit?
I haven't. Do they put honey on it?
Listen.
I know. I used to live in Florida, and a big thing down there is grits. Have you ever had grits before? Yeah. They're not one of my favorites, but my husband loves cheese grits. So he makes them quite often because he's from Florida. So so next week we're going to learn, I'm pretty sure it's a apple crisp in a mug next week.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a dessert next week. Super excited about that one too.
Apple. Great.
Mhm.
Making a dessert.
All right, guys. Well, I want to say thank you so much for joining Cooking Club today. I had so much fun. And
thank
don't forget, if you would like to RSVP to the in-person cooking class at the Lebanon Co-op on the 22nd, to reach out to Nils and he'll get you signed up. And they're going to be making chicken and dumplings that day. But if not, I'll see you guys all next Friday. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Bye, Natalia. You're
Bye,
welcome. Bye,
everybody.
Michael. Bye, Karen. Bye, Rachel.
Bye.
I hope you have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.